Hello friends, welcome to a very belated coffee run live that will, there'll be no coffee involved because, it's late. It's a late coffee run today. What I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about is the importance, I guess, and I know that this was talked about in the interview, with Gay Hendricks the other day. But the thing that happens is this. So we've been in an event all day long. It's been amazing. Excuse me, that's a bit awkward. And what's really awesome is having people in the room after not being in the room for about 14 months with clients. It's a really big thing. And what I thought I would just talk to you a little bit about, check out my ear cuff. What I wanted to talk to you a little bit about is some of the things that have gone through my head in the last 12 months. And this is just to let you know if you've ever had doubts about what you're doing, if you've ever felt like there is so much more and, you're not doing it or whatever else. The thing is this. So over the last 12 months, I have had thoughts, worries, things come up for me that maybe this is not what I should be doing anymore. So the thinking behind this, and one of the stories I shared in the room today is I believe that we all have a purpose, right? I believe that we all have things that we are here to do. I believe that we all have an amazing gift to bring to the world, to go forth, to spread around like Nutella on toast, lavishly and thickly and delightfully, or peanut butter on toast. Hey Janine, thank you so much. And one of the things over the last 12 months, and we're talking like COVID times, right? Here in Australia, I haven't traveled, I haven't run in-person events. It's been really, for someone who really thrives in being in the room, it's been pretty tough. Now, it doesn't mean that I haven't been able to do the thing that I'm here to do. I haven't been able to do it, but I have been doing it, but I haven't been able to do it in the way that I love to do it. And one of my big things, and you'll know from listening to me and from all of the things that we've been doing over the years, that one of the big things that I'm really passionate about is finding your way of doing things in the way that works for you, that has you being able to get out there and spread your magic far and wide, right? Like Nutella on toast. So over the last 12 months, I've literally been like, okay, well, I'm a bit zoomed out. I know a lot of you are pretty zoomed out as well. And one of the things that has been a bit of a recurring theme has been, well, if I can't travel, if I like even domestically, forget international, because I saw something yesterday that was like, maybe we're not going to be able to travel internationally to like 2024 or something ridiculous, which was killing me. But anyway, so domestic travel, if we can't travel domestically, do I want to keep doing this? And if I can't travel domestically, and if I can't do live events, then is this something that I want to persist with? And I haven't talked about this with anyone actually. So, it's that thing where sometimes when we know what it is that we should be doing, but maybe we can't do it in the way that we want to be doing it, it can lead us to feel really disgruntled, chained in. Like this is how I was feeling, like really chained in, penned in, like I didn't have any sense of freedom, like I wasn't able to work my magic. Because part of the thing that I love to do is be in a room. Hi Jasmine, how are you? I love being in a room and I love seeing the light bulbs go off the top of people's heads. So, one of the things at the end of today, I do that thing I always do, which is what's the best, most awesomest thing about today. And one of the ladies in the room said, I've just realized I've been trying to target the wrong people, right? And this is probably similar for a lot of you. I know that this was something that I really struggled with back in the day. It's like I wanted to help people. I wanted to help all the people. People like my frame of the world at that time was things were really tough financially. I didn't have a whole lot of time. I didn't have a whole lot of energy. What I was doing had to be really specific. And so what I was putting out there in my marketing was bringing in people who couldn't afford to pay me, who didn't have the time, who were struggling financially, who didn't have the energy to implement, and, all of this kind of thing. So what I learned through that process was like, wow, stop it. Hey, Liz. Hey, Melody. One of the things that you need to do if you're not getting the results that you want, so if you're not making the money you want, if you're not getting the kinds of people that you want, is to stop. You need to stop and you need to come back to, who do I want to work with, right? So the first question is, who do I want to work with? Not who do you feel like you should be working with, not who do you feel like really needs you the most, but who do you want to work with? So in the room today, I said to one of the ladies, I go, would you want me as your client? And she said, oh, yeah. I said, all people like me. Like, would you want me as your client? She's like, yeah. I'm going, okay, great. So you need to target your marketing to me then. Not the version of me from 10 years ago, not the me that, was tight financially. It's like, you want me, then you need to talk to me. So you need to know what my problems are around this issue. You need to know what my goals, my dreams are around this issue. And we're talking about marketing, we're talking about branding, we're talking about photography and, working with the people that we really love to work with. And I said, it's what's really funny, not funny, but one of the things that I've learned and practiced and honed in over the years is that, yeah, I can help brand new startup businesses, I can help corporate businesses, I can help anybody in business market themselves more powerfully, but I don't want to. I want to work with people who are driven, ambitious, gracious, kind, family values, respectful, people who are like implementers, they're badasses, they're photogenic, they're amazing, they're courageous, they're brave, they're strong, they're resilient. They ask for help. They know that they need to do something differently in order to get a different result. Now, that could be men, women, whatever, non-binary. It could be people who are brand new startup businesses. It could be people who are more experienced. It actually doesn't matter to me because I know that my stuff will work. But what does matter is the attitudes and the beliefs and the energy that is in those people. Because here's the thing that happens. We have a day like today. Hey, Thelma. Oh, hey, Zana, how are you? We have a day like today where I'm just like on fire with the people in the room. I had a great time. I'm exhausted now because I like literally walked out. I'm like, shit, haven't done a coffee run. Haven't even ordered dinner yet. And it's like, right, well, you know what? It was so awesome. It was so amazing. And we've got a whole nother day tomorrow of doing the same thing. This is what I was here to do. This is what I'm put on earth to do in this season, right? So what I mean by this, I was sharing with you before that when I was at Westpac, so I used to work in corporate, and this is the story I told in the room today. Used to work in corporate, loved the shit out of it. Right? Loved it. I loved my job. I loved my clients. I was doing home loans for people. I was helping them buy houses, buy investment properties, refinance, save money, looking at them hitting their financial goals. I built relationships with the people that came into my office, right? It wasn't just, tick and flick, got the box, whatever, off you go. It was like, I loved my clients back then. I remember going home to my husband saying, this is what I was born to do. Like, this is the best. And then I started this business and it's like days like today where I'm like, this is what I'm here to do. This is so fucking awesome. So what's been really scary, actually, if I'm honest, completely honest with you, what's been really scary over this last 12 months has been, if I can't get in the room to do this stuff that I do, is that the end of this season? And I've had to do, I feel emotional actually, because I've had to do some really, some big soul searching around, do I carry on? Is there another way to do this? I don't know what that looks like, but what I'm unprepared to do, what I'm unwilling to do is to try and only do what I do online. It's not what I want. I love the online stuff and it's great. And I love that I can work from wherever, but I can't have it being 100% of the delivery. It was killing me. And so as restrictions started to ease up, I'm like, right, freaking plane ticket, book it in, let's make this stuff happen and go, go, go. And I've got to tell you, it doesn't matter whether there's 400 people in the room. It doesn't matter whether there's 40 people in the room. It doesn't matter whether there's 4 people in the room like we've got at the hot seat today and tomorrow. It's just like, man, thank fuck this season is not over because I've had the best time ever. So the thing for you, and the reason that I wanted to share this with you, and Dana, yeah, exactly. It's like I believe we have seasons in our lives. And I know somebody who reinvents themselves every 10 years, kind of does something different and approaches things a bit differently, not just in business, but kind of like life difference. And I was thinking like last year or over the last 12 months, like, oh man, but I don't know what else I'd even want to be doing. I just want to do what I do in person and do it more regularly with people because it lights me up and I have a great time. They have a great time and, everybody wins. It's a whole win-win thing. So for you, what I encourage you to think about is this, and some of the stuff that I had to work through is letting go of any sort of sense of kind of like, I don't know, I had to battle with what I thought might be what I expected that might happen would be almost like this sense of shame. It's like, and I haven't done this, but I was projecting myself into the future where I'm like, all right, I don't travel. I don't get to do the thing that I really want to do. And, that to me felt like almost like I anticipated that I might feel a sense of shame. I anticipated I might feel this sense of failure. Feeling a bit directionless. I'm the person that sees potential in everybody else and can, like, go, this is just what you need to do. It'll be fabulous. And like, so when I fast forwarded myself into one of these potential futures where I wasn't doing this, it was kind of like, well, fuck, if I'm not doing this with people, then how do I, what is my purpose? Like, why am I here? What am I doing? And it kept coming back to, well, I don't feel like this season is over yet. Who knows what might happen in, the foreseeable future? I don't know. But I know for me right at this moment in time that this season isn't done. I'm not done yet. And I've got so much more in me. Hey, how are you? So much more in me to give, to share, to educate, and to, call you guys out from hiding in the shadows, not being visible, and say, come on, we need you. The world needs you. We need to see you. But the thing that I need to stress to you is that you've got to be doing the things that you are here to do, the things that you feel like you were born to do. You've got to be doing it more frequently. You've got to be doing it, like so much more than what you are already. Gay Hendricks made this, like, if you haven't listened to the interview, go back and have a listen to it because it was really awesome the way he articulated it. And it was that, he made this commitment to living in his zone of genius in a higher percentage of the time and a higher percentage of the day. And I'm like, fuck yeah, like that's exactly. So for me, it's like, all right, well, in the room stuff, got to be doing more in the room stuff because that's where I know I light up and in a different way to what I do online. And it fuels me. I love the shit out of it. Interestingly, I also used to believe that was wrong. Now, let me clarify that. So one of the things that I used to think was that it was far too almost like egotistical of me to want to be doing things in the room, front of house, on stage, educating, inspiring, motivating, pulling shit out of people's heads, putting into structure, all of that kind of stuff. I used to think that it was pretty egotistical of me to think that I could do that all the time and just have fun doing it, and that it wasn't a serious enough type of business, or it wasn't a serious enough type of thing to do to be able to expect that I should be able to do that. And one of the things that I had to stop thinking about was that actually we're all gifted with, you know, a few different amazing things that we can do that in a different way to what everybody else does. And this is what makes us so unique, right? It's why your friends love you. It's why your partners love you. It's why I love you. You know, you're amazing. You're inspiring. You do things, you explain things, you show up in different ways, and you own your individuality, which is really fucking awesome. Yet we can kind of second guess it. So the huge thing is that you have got, if you want it, you have got the stage to be able to show up and do more of the things that you love to do in the way that you love to do it, and with the people that you absolutely love the shit out of. I said to the women in the room today, I'm like, if I could clone you all, I'd be incredibly happy. If I could work with people like you all day, every day, then I'm happy as a pig in shit. And my commitment is to finding more people like that, which is you, by the way, finding more people out there like that, doing more of this kind of stuff, because you know what, it pretty much rocks. So that's that. So what do you love to do? How do you love to do it? And FYI, if you doing what you do and what you love to do is you singing, then, you know, singers get paid a lot. They record albums, they get out there on Spotify, like they do all of the fun things. You can absolutely do what you're here to do in a really big way, in whatever way, shape, or form that looks like. And it doesn't mean that you're egotistical. It doesn't mean that you think that you're better than anybody else. It just means that you're fucking awesome at what it is that you're doing, and you need to do more of that. So, on that note, my friends, I am going to love you and leave you, because I need to go get some food, I need to settle down, and I need to be in my pajamas really, really soon. So in like the next 5 minutes before I turn into a pumpkin. So you're awesome. Thank you for tuning in. I can't wait to chat with you tomorrow and let you know how we go, either in the morning or tomorrow evening, following on from the event. But no matter what happens, here's the thing you need to know. Get out there, go help some people, have a whole ton of fun doing it. But most of all, for the love of all things holy, remember that the world is ready for your brand of awesome, because you fucking rock. All right. Love you. Talk to you tomorrow.